I made, okay, well, a mess is what I made, but I made myself a latte, iced. Well, there's no ice in it yet, and I don't know if there ever will be. I I don't know how I got this like foam on the top, but it's so good. I'm using this Nescafe Gold Espresso. I used my little electric whisk thing, and then I put, this is zero sugar, so I put 2 tablespoons of that, mixed it up with hot water, and then I guess this is like the, what is it, the affogato, the whipped coffee that everybody was making. I just kind of like lost track of time because I'm watching YouTube. I'm watching Greer Grammar, and I just kind of kept mixing and I didn't stop. So yeah, this is the texture I got. It's like foamy, whipped coffee. I love it. And then I added milk, and I added a little bit of this Barissimo coffee creamer iced sugar cookie. So yeah, it's really good. Holy crap. Okay, that's all. That's all I wanted to talk about. Bye. I've got my colors picked out. I'm still working on this bad boy. I'm gonna be working on like the furniture part of this painting. Hopefully you can see. I'm like almost there. I went into the bedding and I need to fix, just make like some wrinkles in the bedding here, just so that it doesn't look so like perfect, you know? And add some shadows, and maybe here add a fold. So yeah, I've got I've got to do that, but I'm going to do that a little bit later. I'm going to work on the furniture piece here, this dresser, the lamp, the panels in the back, and then this bed frame with the wall peeking through. All of this is dry. It's been dry for like about a week now. Once I finish this part, I'll go back in, add the folds on the bedding. The lamp isn't my favorite. I think I need to add a bit more red on this part. And this, to me, looks a little bit crooked, so I need to make it shift the little, what is that called? Like the light bulb part over a little bit. So I need to cover this so that it's more centered. And then finish up the, like the post, and yeah. And then I need to do something about this because the canvas underneath, I didn't sand it properly, so I'm gonna have to add some more paint on top to make it a bit more textured. And then I think next week I'll finish up this whole portion. His face is pretty good so far. I just need to, you know, fix up the lips and, you know, create a bit more likeness. And then obviously continue on with the pajama t-shirt and fix this blanket and add the other blanket. And then I'll be done. Almost there. Okay, I found this shelf. I don't know if you can hear me. I found this shelf on the side of the road, and I'm gonna give it a little makeover. So first, I'm gonna wrap some saran wrap down on the table. Okay, lay that down. I applied the strip all over, so now I'm gonna wait like 3 hours. Dope. Okay, here's where I am so far. I think I'm gonna let the pajamas dry a little bit for a few days and then go back to it, just because I'm having such a hard time with making the shapes of the banana. I'm also having a hard time with the color on this side. So yeah, I added a bit more of a red wash underneath the base, not the baseboards, but the trim in the wall, and then a little bit of more of a lighter red on the lamp, so that's finished. I added more black brown, like a black brown color in the middle here, so that's done. Added a little bit more highlight to the pillow, just enough. I would say that this side of the painting is completed. At the end, I will definitely clean up this lamp and make the light a bit more just sharper. And then I am gonna clean up my palette because it's a freaking mess. That was all of the oil that came out of my yellow paint tube I bought recently. It was this one from Blick. I don't know, like maybe I should have mixed it within the tube or something, like massaged it a little bit, but when I opened it, it just flew out. So I'm gonna clean up my palette a little bit so that I can just concentrate on the colors that I need for this corner blanket here. I'm gonna do that. That'll give this some time to dry, and then I'll go in and work on the face just a little bit, clean it up, get the lips situated, and then I want to start on the hand as well and the little can that he's holding. It's funny, I watched this movie. I watched Insidious 1 and then Insidious Chapter 2 on Friday night with I watched Insidious 1 and then Insidious Chapter 2 on Friday night with my wife, my sister-in-law, and my sister, and it was so much fun. We had such a blast. I love a movie night, so yeah, it just like put me in the spirit because I was like, oh, I just painted that. Oh, I'm looking at like the actual scene of what this is, you know, from, so I loved it. Moving on. Okay, here is the, what is this called? Here's the shelf. It's completely ready to be installed, so I'm going to take care of that so that I can clean all this mess up and I can sweep the floor because there's crap everywhere. So we're going to do that. Hi! Hello! I haven't filmed in so long. I know that I took quite a break from filming. I've taken probably like the longest break from painting in a while. The last time I painted was probably let me see, let me look through my camera roll really quick. Okay, so it wasn't that long ago, but sure, the last time I really painted with intention was March 28th. And a couple things. I really needed a break. I did open up my commissions, but I haven't had any offers that are like promising. So I've been focusing on selling prints, stickers up on my Depop, and I'll put pictures here of what that looks like. I've been focusing, I started to knit, which I did upload a short about that, but I did upload a short about my experience knitting, me starting to knit, and honestly, like, knitting is great. Knitting is great, I think, probably for like specific things, but then I quickly moved on to crochet, and I wanted to show I've crocheted quite a few things now. My first like crochet was like this little dog collar thing. I just wanted to try out like making rows and seeing how that ended up. And then once I realized that I'm actually pretty, you know, I'm decent at it and I really, really enjoyed it, I decided to keep going. So I'm going to show you a photo. I did crochet a baby blanket for my wife's new niece. She's like, I want to say like 8 months old at this point. But I did make a baby blanket, and they are rainbow. It is like a rainbow pastel colored yarn. And I'm wondering if you can even see the photo. But yeah, I finished that. I made a little pillow and a blanket, and I delivered it to the baby. And she is so cute. She really likes it. So that's great. And then I wanted to keep going. I mean, I'm really enjoying myself, and I'll bring one thing that I made recently. So I made myself a little tote bag. It's not perfect by any means. There is so much wrong with it actually, but it was a really good first try. And I made, this is like this is black acrylic yarn with a multicolored yarn, and the multicolor is actually really beautiful. I wanted to use up some of my yarn that is of lesser quality, things that I bought when I was first starting to knit, where I didn't know about like the quality of yarn. So I decided to put these two together, and that is how I made the tote. I crocheted this tote, and it's a pretty good size. So that's what I made. And I'm really enjoying myself. I made my wife a little glasses holder so that, you know, her stuff doesn't get scratched. And right now I am currently working on a sweater for myself. So I've just started, and I'm keeping in mind that like this is going to be blocked and stretched. But I'm working on a sweater, and I'm very, very excited. I thrifted this big ball of yarn that, like, I think on camera it looks like, God, what is that yarn? It looks like stuff you would make out of blankets or something, but this actually kind of feels like a mohair, possibly, or some sort of variation of that. And there's a lot of it. Like, this is, it's the size of my face, you know? So, and then I'm pairing it with this little lace burgundy. It's got like multiple colors. It's got gray, red, orange, burgundy, and like a darker gray within it. It's beautiful. I got this at a yarn shop close to where I used to work. So this is like, I love the pairing of it. It's so beautiful. You can start to see, I can start to see the red popping through and with the blue. It just looks so good. I can't wait to get to the orange part. So yeah, I'm making myself a sweater. This is the very bottom. Like, I'm starting, you know, one panel, the front panel and the back panel. I'll get to it. I'm a little nervous because I don't know like how much of this I actually have. This is all I have, so I'm hoping I can at least make a front and back panel, and then maybe I'll figure something else out for the sleeves. But I mean, it's gorgeous, so if I could find something that's like similar to it, if I do run out and I don't get to like do the whole thing, then that's what I'll do. Try to like match. But yeah, I'm taking a break from painting right now. I think that one, I'm kind of gathering my style, specifically thoughts about my style, where I want to go next, and what I want paintings to mean to me. So I'm definitely taking a little breather so that I can think about that. I love painting scenes from movies. I love doing portraits, but I do want to explore a different kind of a different kind of style with painting that I think will be, you know, still fairly similar, but you know, something that means a little bit more to me. I've got my compression sleeves on because I was just knitting or crocheting. I was just crocheting, and I thought I'd just come on to say hi. It's been a minute. I took some notes today about crocheting a sweater and like what the panels are gonna look like and sizing. So, you know, hopefully I can follow this and everything will work out. But if not, that's okay. I'm still learning. I'm still reading Fourth Wing. I'm still on the first book, if you can believe it. And I've got a few audiobooks lined up so that I can get to my reading goal a little bit faster because it's already May. It's almost the middle of 2026. Isn't that insane? That's crazy. So we've got some fun things coming up for the, you know, remainder of the year. I'm pretty excited. We have a Machine Gun Kelly concert that we're going to in a bit. I am really hoping I get tickets to Hayley Williams or Demi Lovato. We'll see. I like really want to go. It's okay if I don't, but I really want to. So yeah, I just wanted to jump on and say hi. I'm still here. I'm still filming. I just took a bit of a painting break, and you know, I definitely have found something that really shuts my mind off, whereas with painting, every step is, you know, I have to really think it through, and I don't know, I definitely, like, yes, you have to pay attention when you're crocheting, but at the same time, I don't know, I get into a flow state with both. And I just really needed a break, you know? Sometimes it's hard to come up with, okay, what am I going to paint next? Or a current painting isn't coming out the way that I wanted. Or maybe I don't want to send that message out into the world anymore. So, you know, it's just, I'm just trying to figure out what's going to work best for me as I grow older and into my practice. So, you know, I'm not discouraged. I'm definitely, like, I'm still looking at painting inspiration. I'm still taking it all in. What the heck is up with this yarn? The only thing is, like, if you mess up with this kind of yarn, it's like almost impossible to go backwards because it gets like knotted or something. I don't know. So yeah, I think the break from painting has been good. It's kind of hard with this setup that I have going on. I just redid like my desk area and all that, which is great. But you know, I just again just want to take a break, give myself a bit of time to refresh. I've been painting, you guys, I've been an artist for like 4 years now, non-stop, really. This is like the longest break I've taken, and I do want it to stretch into summer. So it's like the first real break. I can't even believe it. I definitely, you know, I've gone through a lot of changes and routine changes, and that really, you know, I've been able to like spend a lot more time with my wife, whereas before, like, she would go into her office and play her games, which is great. Like, it's great that we both had something that we really liked to do in our free time, but we're also just like, we spend so much time together now, and it's been really beautiful, and I'm going to cherish these moments you know, forever. So I'm just really like happy with how things are going, and yeah, crocheting has really like settled me into definitely some grandma vibes. I come home and I crochet for like 4 hours. It's been really cool to see, like, to look up patterns and to look up what people are making. There's even a few YouTubers that I follow now who crochet, and you know, all the different tips and tricks in the community. Every time I'm in the knitting aisle, people are so, like, I go to Hobby Lobby to buy well, this is like, because I just first started, I didn't know where to go, so I went to Hobby Lobby. It was pretty close to my work, so I went, and the people there were just so nice. Strangers that were shopping, they were really, really helpful, and you know, that's like the kind of community that I really, really crave. You know, I'm definitely like kind of the type of person, like, I have my best friends and all of that, but it is hard when you were like the only crafter in your circle of people, and sometimes you just want to like bounce off ideas and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's been cool like meeting people and being able to ask questions, and they're like so helpful. It's just been awesome. So I'm still here. I'm just crocheting a lot and finding my way, taking a little breather from the easel for a sec. My commissions are open though, if anybody is interested. I mean, I'll definitely, you know, jump back in and paint if anybody wants a commission. But as far as like personal paintings for myself, right now I'm on a little bit of a break. So, and that's okay with me. I've realized that like I need to stop guilting myself. It doesn't mean I'm not an artist. It doesn't mean I'm not a painter. It just means I'm taking a little breather. Especially like being an oil painter, it's very toxic. And if you don't have great ventilation or, you know, that sort of thing, you can get really sick from it. So I noticed I would get headaches a lot, and I haven't really had that problem. So, you know, maybe when I get back into painting, I'll switch up to acrylic and play around with those. I was doing true crime sketches and, you know, picking somebody each month to commemorate and, you know, help put a voice out there to help bring these people to justice. I am taking a little bit of a break from that because, you know, that's drawing and I'm on a little bit of a break, but you know, that's good too. Like, researching that stuff can get pretty dark, so you know, this is just a good little breather. And at first I really struggled with the guilt of stepping away, but now I just realize like I'm a lot happier. And sometimes when you're taking on so much and you're doing so many things, you can really like overwhelm yourself and you don't even realize it. So, you know, this is just a good thing that was inevitable. If anybody has any like crochet tips or things they've purchased that helped them with their crochet journey, let me know. I was considering buying one of those wooden, like, I'll insert a picture here, one of those wooden bowls where you put your yarn and it spins out, but I found that using like wooden crates really works because it keeps the tension. And I didn't, you know, if you don't need it, don't get it. So I put like little makeup sponges on the back of my crochet hooks as like a grip. So that's been really nice. So I'm not like, you know, it's like tight to the thing. It's, you know, a lot looser. I even have a tennis ball with a hole in it so that I can put that on there for extra support if I just need less tension in my hands. I tend to have like a really thick, a really intense grip. So yeah, that's my update. I'm still here. I'm just making things in a different way, and if you want crochet videos of any kind, let me know. I've never looked, I have not followed a pattern. I would love to figure that out. That would open up so much for me creatively. And I've already got like a little yarn stash going. I've gone to the thrift store to get yarn, and those purchases have gone really well. So yeah, I'm just having a good time with it. It's so fun. I think another thing when it comes to taking breaks from painting is like, I didn't realize how much prep goes into it, and now that I'm a pretty like, I take painting super seriously, and I want it to be my full-time job at some point, but you know, I also need to be realistic. I love having something where there's just, it's just for me, it's just no pressure. And I feel like that's what crochet and knitting has given me. So, you know, it's important to have that too. I did just sell a sticker on my Depop, so if anybody's interested in buying any prints or stickers, or you're interested in a commission, my Depop is right here. I'm also going to put a link to it down below in the description bar. And yeah, just keep on making things, I guess. Alright, thanks for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.